All right, we are live right now, and I want to welcome each and everyone once again who has joined in. This is Rogers Mukalele, and from Sharebility Uganda Limited, we have other colleagues on call who are our facilitators today, who are going to be supporting this session. We have different teachers who are also joining in from various schools. At this time, I want to invite Mr. Andrew Keddy to give us an opening prayer, and then we shall be able to start. Mr. Andrew? Mr. Andrew, are you there? Give us an opening prayer. Oh, okay, yeah, I think Andrew has dropped off. Let me get Mr. Validuno. Validuno Geoffrey. Okay. Okay, we need someone to give us an opening prayer. Let me get someone else. Let me get Madam Claudia. Madam Claudia, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yes, give us an opening prayer.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gathering that we are having right now. We thank you for the hosts, for the facilitators that invited us for this next session in EduTech course. We thank you, Lord, that you enable us to do this and yet you enable all the facilitators. Lord, we pray that we have stable connections, that we have electricity, and really provide us all your spirit, that we understand what the facilitators are telling us and help the facilitators really to explain in a good way to everybody here, that at the end of the evening we all gain and that we all improve. And yeah, give us your Holy Spirit, that we are really together here as teachers, as one community in ICT, and that we are all growing. Be with us for the next minutes, hours. All this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much for the prayer. And I would like to once again welcome members to the call. As we start, I want to remind members about our course. And this is a long course. This course will go all the way up to next year. We, as Sharebility, our main focus is EduTech, and EduTech we are an EduTech company. If they ask you what Sharebility is, that is the sector where we are looking. So we sat down and said, what are some of those things in EduTech? And as we cover these things, we keep noticing many other things that we can add on and have more modules. This is just the first module. We have 3 modules. So we started with ICT Essentials, and we have gone through these very fast. There are some things we didn't go because of time. We have only 1 hour. But we shall get back to some of these things in physical engagements, especially with partner schools. We are planning to do follow-up trainings, but these online sessions help us to share the content, especially with the EdTech patrons on ground, so that you have the slides and all the materials together. So we did ICT Essentials, then we did internet and email. Then last week we were looking at digital content creation. And in each of these units, we have broken down sub-units inside each of these topics. Yeah, so last week we were looking at video content creation, and we shared all the slides on our Google Classroom. Now, today we are going to be looking at online collaboration, social media, and AI. And this is going to be a long unit. And because it is long, this time we have decided not to rush it. We are going to cover only 4 subunits today, introducing the cloud collaboration tools, the Drive, and then Google Docs, and then Google Forms. Then next week we shall look at the rest of the units, that is social media, graphics with Canva, blogs and portfolios, and security concerns, then AI. So next week we shall have more. So out of 10, we are covering only 4 today, and then the other 6 will be next week. So next week, please come early, brave yourself. Actually, if possible, can log in like at 7:45 or such that next week we can cover early. So that we can finish this particular module. Then just the week before Christmas, we shall look at digital safety and digital safety, and this will be enough for us to complete our first module of the course. We have 2 other modules. We have a module on digital pedagogy. After learning the tools, how do you use them in the classroom and e-learning? And then also we shall have a module for school administration. How do we have these used sustainably in schools? And where we need to add, we may have another module where if we identify some other areas that we need to add on to have this conclusively covered. So this is the first cohort of this. We hope to even repeat, because I know there's people who are not part of these sessions and they may not be knowing what is going on. So at this time, Mr. Emorut, are you on? We have our speaker, but he's on,
Rogers,
but
I am on.
hey, okay. Yeah, so Mr. Emorut, please, I'm very glad you are on. You can go ahead and share your screen, and I've been introducing members about the course, and then you'll be able to take us through the first 4 sub-modules of this unit for this week.
Okay, thank you, Rogers. Just a minute as I share my screen.
Okay. Meanwhile, as Mr. Emorut, as you share your screen, let me just give 2 members who are part of our facilitators to greet the members. There is Mr. Silbert. It's going to be all the way from Iganga. Mr. Silbert, are you on? You can greet the members.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to meet you on this call this evening, and I'm grateful to Sharebility for the opportunity. I hope to have an interactive one and an interesting one. Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Muaya, Julius, are you on?
Mr. Mkaya, good evening, members. This is Julius Moya. I'm a facilitator, and I want to welcome everyone to this session. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so also members, I want to remind you about our Google Classroom, and also to remind you to register. I'm going to share the link. There is a link. We want to be seeing the people who are attending our sessions. At some point, we are going to be looking through those same people, and we see. So there is a link. Let me share it here before Mr. Emorut shares his screen. Let me first share mine again and tell members about registration. So for you to register on this link, I'm putting the link in the chat. The link is very easy. It is bit.ly/edtech trainees. So you just go to your browser and type that bit.ly/edtech trainees, and then you log on. And we have partner schools that we are working on this particular project. But in case you are not among the partner schools, you just go and select the last option, which is other. the last option down, select other, and then you put in your school, and then you go ahead and register whether you're a teacher, and register. You select online Zoom session and keep registering. So when you register, you join also our mailing list. We are going to be sharing some other resources and any opportunities in the EdTech space. That is it. Then also for the Google Classroom, you will go to Google, you just go to google.com, and when you are there, you click on the clip up there, and you look for where there is a Classroom. Classroom is one of the tools here. Click there, or you can just search for Google Classroom on Google. The moment you search for that, you come and click on join, the join button up here, click on join class, and then you put in the class code that we use for our Google Classroom. So our class code, our class code is very easy. Let me just show it to you. This is our class code. Yeah, so okay, just a second. Yeah, this here, just down here. Our class code. Our class code is here. It is VMZ. Let me just copy it. So you click on for you, you'll not be seeing the class here. So you'll be able to just click on join class, and then you say join class, and then from there you put in the class code. It is VMZ2KL6, and then you click on join. So that will enable you to join the class, and there you'll be able to see all the resources we put. So far, we have over 150 people who have joined, and there's some classwork. Next year, we are going to organize the EduTech exhibition and summit. We shall be communicating through this Google Classroom and EduTech, where we shall invite schools, teachers for a conference on EduTech. Okay, so I hope that is really enough for now. Ms. Emorut, I think you can be able to take it on now. Yeah, in case you have any questions, please just go to the chat. Then later on, we shall allow you to ask questions at the end.
Okay, thank you, Rogers, for sharing all those details. Rogers, confirm whether you can hear me clearly and also you can see my screen.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. I want to welcome everyone on the call. My name is George Emorut. I am a passionate teacher of ICT and mathematics. And I want to welcome everybody, every teacher, and everyone who has managed to connect for this session again. So today's session is all about the cloud, online collaboration, and then social media and the AI. It is our unit 4 of module 1. So we're beginning with cloud and online collaboration today. So as you can see on your screen, we have a question which is asking us that what are cloud collaboration tools? When you look at this question, it has keywords that I might cite as a cloud, and then collaboration, and then tools. Of course, the word collaboration, I know we know more about it, because as teachers, we usually collaborate in our different places of work, in our schools, in our departments, or in the classes that we teach. So collaboration is all about working together as a team. You do the same thing in order for you to yield positive results. But when more than one person is putting effort to ensure that something is achieved successfully. So today we are looking at cloud collaboration. Maybe may I ask participants, what do you think, what do you understand with that statement, collaboration tools, cloud collaboration tools? You can put your hand up and then we can give you chance and then you explain what you think about cloud collaboration tools, what they could be. Yes, Mr. Fred, you can unmute and then you share your opinion.
According to me, I think cloud collaboration tools, these are softwares that can enable participants from different locations work on a given activity at the same time.
Okay, thank you very much. That is a brilliant answer. Maybe any other participant, one more? One more with a different opinion. Mr. Fred says cloud collaboration tools are those tools that enable people to work on a particular task all together at a given period of time, irrespective of their physical locations. Yes, Mr. Sebuma.
And I think tools as applications that can enable resources online.
Unfortunately, you are breaking and
Using
we're unable to hear you clearly, but I think you are talking about applications which
the internet.
maybe, may you repeat what you have just said? Because I'm sure members have not heard, just like me. Yes, Mr. Sebuma.
Hello.
Okay, because of time, I think we can proceed. Yeah, so members, thank you for sharing your opinions. And as you can see on the screen, my opinion is also not far from yours. So cloud collaboration tools are basically software systems which are hosted online. And these systems allow multiple users or several people to collaborate in real time. In other words, the participants or the team members can be able to work together from different locations when they are handling that given task in real time. At that particular time, you see what the different participants are doing. In case you are working on maybe a document, you find that what person A is typing, what person B is typing is all seen in real time by the different people who are collaborating together or the different people who are working on the same document or the same task. So we have a variety of online collaboration tools. As we can see, we have Google Workspace, which contains the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, and the Google Drive. But there are also other alternatives like Microsoft OneDrive, and then the Teams. Then we also have the Dropbox, and then Slack, and many more. So when you have an account or when you are logged on to any of the platforms that we have listed here, trust me, members, you can really be in position to work together as a team. You can be able to do productive work as a team, and moreover, in real time. So there are so many benefits of cloud collaboration. When you work together as a team, there are so many benefits that you can be able to realize. And right about now, we want to look at the benefits. What are those benefits? Maybe I can again give participants a chance to share from their different experiences. What benefits do you think can you be able to achieve or can you be able to get? In case you work together as a team, we work on the same task, as a team, but when you are not together, with the help of these cloud collaboration tools. So members, you can still maybe raise your hand up and then you share your different experiences. I know some of you might have ever done a cloud collaboration together. So you can put your hand up and then you share your experiences. Yes, anybody with an experience on share and working on something together as a team online? Okay, I can see Madam Claudia, your hand is up. You can share with us your experience. And then
Okay,
later on, we can also hear from Ronald after you, Madam.
Okay. So we could use it maybe for exercises or for exams. One is writing some exercise, sharing the file with a colleague. The colleague is giving comments or even adds some other exercise. So different people can work together on one document, on one file. That could be one example.
Thank you very much, Madam Claudia. Indeed, that is very possible with the help of the cloud collaboration tools. Yes, Mr. Ronald, you can also go ahead and share your opinion. Ronald?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, kindly share your opinion, share your experience on one
My
time.
experience is one of the advantages that it is environmentally friendly because it reduces the need for printed materials and physical meetings.
All right, a brilliant one also. It is very true, members. What Madam Claudia and Mr. Ronald have just shared is very, very true. When you are able to work together as a team online, indeed, you get to be exposed to very many advantages. For example, today, later on, we shall do a demo activity, and you'll see very well how powerful these tools are. We can be able to work on the same document from our different localities. So it reduces that struggle whereby you have to struggle always to make sure that you are in the same location, you are in the same physical location. Things can be done, activities can be worked out irrespective of our physical locations. So we can see on our screen that there are other advantages of cloud computing, as we can see on the screen. For example, we can be in position to back up and restore the data that we have worked on together as a team online, which may not be practically possible in case we were working on tasks physically and we are just writing physical paper. In case it so happens that we lose those papers or those documents that we have been working on, or on maybe by writing, in case those papers are misplaced, it becomes so hard to trace them. But because we have worked on maybe something online together as a team, we can be able to back it up. It can be stored on the Google Drive that we shall be talking about also later on. And then we can always be able to restore that information at any other later time that we require it. And another beauty is it makes it very easy for us to be able to access that work, because once we have worked on that work together as a team, it means each person has permission or the privilege to be able to access it even later from wherever he or she is located. So we can also see that it is ideally very it is very cost effective when it comes to maintaining that work. Once we can store it on our Google Drive, then we can be able to keep it there for some good time, and then we can be able to retrieve it later when we need it. Compared it to a scenario whereby every time we have to keep on buying books or papers, and then we keep on writing content on that material. So remember, if you keep on writing on those books or those papers, every time you will need to keep on buying material. And yet here, in case you have worked on that document very well, you can always download it, you can always re-access it at any other time that you feel like. That data or that work that we also work on together is ideally very secure online, in such a way that if we don't share it with the people who are not with the people who are malicious, then we can be assured that that work can be it can be secure at that particular location or that particular storage platform that we have kept it. So ideally, there are so many advantages of using these cloud collaboration tools. We can also access that work that we have worked on together as a team using different devices. You can use a tablet, you can use a laptop, you can use even a smartphone, and you can be able to work together as a team. You don't need to have only a computer or maybe a laptop or a desktop computer. But even if you have a tablet, even if you have a smartphone, you can be in a position to do work, to do productive work together as a team. So there are very many benefits of the cloud collaboration tools. So for now, I think we are going to proceed. So for today, we want to zero down specifically. Of course, earlier on, we said there are many examples of these cloud collaboration tools as listed here. We have the Google Workspace, we have the Microsoft OneDrive, then we have the Dropbox, Slack, and many more. But for today's session, we want to concentrate on mostly the one which is very common, the one that we teachers can easily access, and that is Google Drive. And the Google Drive is basically a cloud-based storage service. It is created by Google. I know very many of us have smartphones. Very many of us are always interacting with Google services. So this makes it very easy for us to be able to work with even a tool like this one that we call a Google Drive. For some of us who have smartphones, there is a Google Drive app, and it usually has this icon that we are seeing here. And then in case we are using as computers still, you can use the internet browser when your device is connected to the internet, and then you can be able to access your Google Drive. But basically, Google Drive is a cloud-based storage service by Google, and this service allows us who use it to be able to store, to share, and then also to sync files online. And it comes with a free 15 GB storage for as long as you have a Google account. For as long as you have a Gmail account, you automatically have a Google Drive at your disposal. So you have it, and you can be able to utilize that free 15 GB for storage and also for sharing different files that you can be working with. So Google Drive, alongside it having the free 15 GB storage space, it is also available on the web, available on our mobile devices, and it can also be installed on our desktop computers. You can download it, then you install it on your desktop computer. But also, if you have a smartphone, you can have a Google Drive app installed on your phone. And actually, the moment you log in a Google account on your phone, automatically you qualify to access a Google Drive, which is already embedded on your Google account. So when you log into your Google Drive account, you get to exercise, you get to be exposed to the different services. Like you have the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, the Google Slides, which are the alternatives of the Microsoft Office applications like Microsoft Office Word, Microsoft Office Excel, and then Microsoft Office PowerPoint. So still, if you don't have those, you don't have Microsoft Office installed on your computer, and yet you have a Google account, then you can be able to work online. You can work with the alternatives which are already embedded on your Google Drive. So we've said Google Drive carries out mainly three activities. That is storing files, and then sharing files, and then syncing files online. So what kind of files can you be able to store on your Google Drive? So the different files that we usually work with on our computers or on our phones, it can be a PDF file, it can be an audio file, it can be a video file, it can be a PowerPoint file, all those files that you are always interacting with on your digital devices like smartphones, tablets, or computers can be stored on your Google Drive. And the beauty is you can organize those files, and you can organize those files just like the way you organize them on your computer using folders. So you can create folders and subfolders in order for you to organize those files that you are planning to store there. And another advantage of storing files on your Google Drive, you can easily locate that file by basically searching those files using keywords. So in case you have stored a file, maybe a document on Google Drive, you can ideally be able to just search, even if the document has that keyword embedded inside the document, then Google Drive can be able to bring that document among the search results that you are searching for in your Google Drive. So it becomes very easy for you to locate and access what you are looking for on your Google Drive. So we also said alongside storing files on Google Drive, these very files which are stored and folders which are stored can be also shared with team members, with colleagues. You might be having maybe a department, maybe the science department, the ICT department, or mathematics department, and you have your documents that you have worked together as a team. You can be able to store them on a folder on your Google Drive, and then you share with the department members, and then they can be able to access them from their different locations, and they can be able to do something. They can be able to view them, they can be able to comment, and they can be able to even edit those files that are stored on your Google Drive, as long as you have given them the right permissions. That is another beautiful thing with Google Drive. Somebody cannot edit something if you have not given him or her permission to be an editor. If somebody has been given permission to be a viewer, that person will basically just view the work and then cannot modify it. And then also, because you are able to share these files and folders with your colleagues, then you can be able to collaborate in real time. You can collaborate on the documents that you have shared with your colleagues. You can be able to, some people can be able to comment about what is being worked on, and then you can be able to modify that very well. So alongside the two, that is storage and the sharing, we're also seeing that Google Drive can enable us to back up our files online. So in case you have those files on your computer and your computer is always connected to the internet, and you have Google Drive application installed on your computer, whatever file or whatever folder which is put on that Google Drive application can be automatically backed up online. as long as the computer is connected to the internet. And the same applies to our phones. In case we have a Google Drive app installed on our phones and our Google account is logged on to that Google Drive application, which is on our phones, then Google Drive can always back up the files, the different files that we are having on our phones. I don't know whether you have ever realized that when you check on the photos that you have on your phone, sometimes some of them are uploaded onto your Google without you even pushing them to go there. So that is what we call backing up files. So there's a way Google Drive can be able to upload those files even when you have not uploaded them there. So that is why we are saying that with Google Drive, our files can be backed up and we can always access them at a different time that we require to access them. So there is also version control, whereby you can be able to restore the previous version and you can be able to track the changes on a particular document that you have been working together as a team. We all know as we keep on working on documents, maybe you can work on version 1 of that document, then you modify it later on, you keep on modifying that document. With Google Drive, you can always go back and get the previous versions of the same document, and then you can be able to access it and then utilize it very well. And then Google Drive can also enable you to be able to recover your files. In case you have deleted files from your Google Drive accidentally, those files are kept on the trash. Just like our computers, when you delete files on your computers or folders, they first go to the recycle bin. So in case you realize that you've deleted those files or folders accidentally, then you can be able to go back to the trash and then you can retrieve them back. So that's how powerful Google Drive is. So we are now going to have an overview of how do we interact with Google Drive, how do we set up files, how do we upload files, how do we create folders on our Google Drive. In case we want to upload a file, maybe we can begin with creating a folder. You can be able to log into your Google Drive.
Mr. Emorut.
After logging, yes, please.
Yeah, I think Mr. Silbert is set up at this point to take on from here.
Okay. So, Mr. Silbert, members, I'm going to welcome one of our colleagues who is also a facilitator. Is going to take us forward. He's going to take us through the procedure, a practical demo on how to log into your Google Drive account, and then how to create a folder, how to upload a file, and then even how you can upload a file folder onto your Google Drive. So I think I can stop sharing and then I welcome Mr. Silbert.
All right, members, I hope you can be able to see my screen.
Yes, you can.
Right. So I think, thank you, Emorut. You are already starting to touch on this screen. I think the points are clear on the steps to take while uploading. So allow me go through them here just briefly so that I can concentrate on the practical part, how they are supposed to be done. So we are supposed to, step 1, while uploading, we'll be locating a button labeled as +new. And then after that, we shall select the file we want to upload. And after selecting it, we are saying that we shall click OK, and the file will automatically start uploading. And we are going to see all this practically. Similar procedure will apply in the uploading of a folder. The only difference will be, instead of clicking on file upload, we shall select folder upload. So I think I'll straight away cross over to the browser, and maybe okay. So to begin with, definitely Emorut already said that once you have your Gmail, then you are actually entitled to all the other things. And these gadgets here are really blocking me. Okay. So for example, the magic here, if I am already in my drive, rather in my Gmail, the magic actually comes in these 9 dots on the top right. Once I click on them, among the different packages that are there with every account you open, one of them is what we are referring to as Drive, which Emorut has been explaining. In another way, if your browser is not exactly like mine personally, yes, I'm addicted to Google Chrome. To me, it serves me better than all the others. I don't know what others think. That's my personal opinion. So while we only normally use the Gmail, once again, you'll still find those very 9 dots giving you the same interface. So those are 2 places you can be able to access Drive through in case you were already inside your Gmail account. And once again, every Gmail account is entitled to all these free privileges. And so allow me cross over to my Drive. So the Drive here is basically for helping us to keep the things as we have already been told. You can be able to tell that, okay, I think here currently sorted according to the date, but if I scroll down, you're going to see that actually I have documents right from here, and my space is still just 5.92 GB out of the 15 free one given. Okay, so straight away, I think you remember our button for step 1. Now I would like to first begin by creating a folder, and then later on I will upload a file and upload a folder, and I will hand over back to Emorut. So step 1, we click on new, and then I will choose here to create new folder. And immediately they will give me a space to type. So I guess I can call this Sharebility. And then I'll click on the button create. And immediately my Sharebility folder is already here created. So that is step 1, how to create a folder within. And then later using all these ones, for example, I have ICT pedagogy workshop. I can be able to either make a copy, or I can be able to get any of these other files, and then I move them into the Sharebility folder. That wasn't for today. So apart from just creating a folder from within, I can have my folder already created. Like now, I think I have a folder here already on the desktop called Sharebility, and I would like to upload it on my Drive because I've been working on that document, and maybe I want to hand over this computer, so I'd rather get this document and have it on the Drive, and then I continue doing other things. Or I'm not now worried of my work being deleted or seen by other people. So in this case, I'll still come back to new, or I begin with a file. So I'll choose upload, and then from the left-hand side, I am supposed to select where exactly my file is located. So I know mine was on the desktop, so I'll tap desktop. If at all for you don't locate desktop on the left, you can always click up here and then tap the first letter of where you want to access. And I can see there is document, there is the desktop, but me, I'm interested in the desktop. And that's how else I can access that desktop. And one of the folders on the desktop is Sharebility. And now that the first is a file. I'll then come and pick one of the document presentations, rather the PowerPoint presentation here, and then I will choose open. Okay. I think you suppose it is open. I'm using it the other side. So let me upload the other one, or I can first close it here. I can close the one I'm not working with, and then I'll come and choose. I hope I'm safe. So I'll come back. I think let me repeat that process now that I've just closed it. I click on the plus, file upload, and then it has taken me directly there. I already showed those steps. Then I will choose open. And down here, it's already loading, but there's a statement here, Google Drive already exists because I already uploaded it. So for now, I can choose replace the existing file. I don't want to have duplicate ones. And I will choose upload. And on the left, on the right here, you can see that it is already loading. And once it completes, that file will already be on my drive, safe enough to be opened from anywhere, wherever I go, as long as I have my password. Once again, now that I want to upload a folder now, which is also called Sharebility, allow me delete this one that is now a bonus, which was not on my menu. By deleting, I just have to go to these three dots on the right. And then I'll move down here, there is move to bin. And once I tap on it, Sharebility disappears from my list, so I'm free to upload the other one. So I'll come again to new. And then I'll choose upload folder this time around. And while there, they have taken me right inside Sharebility, but no, I want to remain on the desktop so that I pick the whole folder instead of picking items inside. Okay, so while I am there, I will now come again down here and select upload. Then here they're asking me, this will upload all files from Sharebility. I suspect there's a challenge here because one of my PowerPoint files is still open. So let me try closing it and see whether it will not disrupt. If not, I'll repeat that process. Okay. So it is uploading because the files are 3, so it is a bit slow compared to right there. And upload here, upload complete is saying one failed. Reason being, I think by the time I went to select, I'd already, it was still open. I closed it later on, but at least I can be able to see the folder here. And once I double tap on it, I can see 2 of the documents have accepted to be uploaded. And the one which was closed later on is still in. So I think that is practically how you're supposed to upload your files. And Google will not tell you that this file has overstayed idle, remove it. It will remain on your drive. If I am to tap there, I think you can see there are these ones here as well as 2019, 2020. Some of them I think I had even forgotten that I still have them there, so I need to even clean up. But I can do that as long as I start running out of space and see I clean up so that what is not relevant can leave. Unless, I don't know whether questions will come immediately. Otherwise, I would like to hand over back to Emorut. Thank you very much for listening.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Emorut, are you able to go on with Google Docs? Mr. Emorut, are you there? Maybe Mr. Silbert, as Mr. Emorut comes. Okay, let me Yeah, I can see because our time is really moving, and so let me ask you to briefly talk about those folders you created, and instead of uploading, how can I create a doc within that folder? Maybe you can also still share your screen and we look at that, then Ms. Emorut will come and we shall just be able to move fast and conclude because our time is not okay. So we want to look at like the Sharebility folder that you created or something like that. You can open it and then we see whether I can create a document inside. Yes, there. So if I want to create now, you create an Excel sheet so that we can see if we can share and we can add marks from, yeah. So in Google Docs, in Google Drive, you can create, maybe you call it SST marks. Yeah, so this software here is actually in the cloud. So the first part you put there just the name, and then put here test 1 and test 2. Okay, and then maybe the final one will be average. So I would like you to change this sheet's settings and get the link and share in the chat so that any teacher, the people on the chat can be able to help us in adding those names. So you clicked on share. So where there is restricted, you can, okay. You can either type someone's email up there if you want to share with one person, or you can click here and say anyone with link, and then change it to editor. If you say viewer, it means they can only see, but when you say editor, it means they can be able to also edit. So click on editor, and then you copy the link and share with us in the chat so that we can, I want to see whether we can be able to enter like 20 names very fast. I know we have, so copy the link, share, go up there and copy the link again where the share button is. Good. So members who are on call, please, there is that link. You can tap it using your, for you to be able to edit it using a phone, you need to have the Sheets app from Google Play Store. But now for me, I'm going to put my name here. I want everyone to try to put your name and give yourself marks. And then we see. So I have a 46 here, and I have 78. And the average, let me use the thing has put for me the formula automatically. This thing is very powerful. So members, we are collaborating. Maybe we are members of the same department and we want to capture marks for learners. Instead of putting the Excel on the desktop in the staff room, we decide to put the Excel sheet in a Google Drive and we share. And then from there, we can use our phones, use whatever we need to do that. Meanwhile, I can see Mr. Emorut is almost back. Let me look for him. Yeah, Mr. Emorut is back. Yeah, so I can see Claudia has added their name, Tusime has added their name. Just tap that link, you can be able to add your marks.
Okay, teacher
Mm.
Mr. Mkalele,
Yes.
there's some important thing to note. You can see Claudia typed, but has been replaced. So members, while we are collaborating, there are different colors used to show different people. Meaning once you see somebody's a cell already active, and yet you're not the one, then it means someone else is actually using that. So for you could go to another next line which is not having any label or any color.
Yeah, so you don't have override, and this works across all Google Docs. It works through the Docs, which is Microsoft, the Word version. You can be on typing paragraph 1, another one is on paragraph 7. It works in Google Sheets. It works on all the other Google tools that we are having. So, Miss Emorut, are you back now? We were not
Yes,
getting.
Rogers.
Yes, maybe you can say something about this, and I can see we really don't have a lot of time, so we are a bit fast. You can get back to your slides slightly, and you talk a few things, and then I think we have one more activity of the Google Forms, and then we shall conclude with the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Rogers, and Mr. Silbert for taking the participants on that current activity. So members, you remember what we had said with these with the online collaboration tools, for example, Google Drive, you can be able to work together just like the way you've done it practically. So thank you, Rogers and Mr. Silbert, for taking the participants on that activity. So that's what we say with the Google Drive. You get to access other activities. You get to access other privileges, like you can access the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, and the Google Slides, which allow you to work as a team, to work together from your different. And then collaborators, people who are working on that particular item, working on the particular document together, they see the real-time edits, like the way you saw on that. Members were entering the marks and their names. You were seeing everything in real time. And then this is useful for group projects. Maybe if you are working in a department, now I'm talking in the perspective of us, the teachers. If you are working as a department and you want to come up with uniform material, you can work on those documents, you can work on those things together as a team or as a group. So this activity, we have already done a demo on it. I think we are not going to do it again. So members, Mr. Rogers now to take us forward with another demo on another privilege of working with Google tools. Take
All
us
right.
forward with Google Teams.
All right, thank you. I'm going to do a quick one, and then you'll come back and then you wrap up. So, colleagues, let me share my screen. Okay, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So, colleagues, Google Drive has a lot of things, and personally, I have my documents which I worked on even 10 years ago. They are all there. I still access all of them on my drive. I have all my papers, mocks, and many things that are there. So I've bought many flash disks, they get lost. I put there my work, the flash disk breaks and dies. But if you Google Drive, it will never fail me like a flash disk. I can store my information there. If my laptop is stolen, I can lose the files on the desktop. But if my laptop is stolen, the files on Google Drive, I just buy another laptop and I access, even a phone. I can be able to have that. That is good. But one thing that I want to talk about today, which is very important, is the Google Forms. So Google Forms are very important. Like you see this EduTech training form that we use here as Sharebility and many others, we use Google Forms. It can help you to create a registration form. You can use it, and once you have it, you can be able to receive all the responses are given to you. So like right now, we have 635 people who have registered on our link, because we use also the same for the physical training. So we can see that we have 600 teachers we have trained in just this term. Some schools like this one in here, this is Chambogo College. This website, proudly made by Sharebility. When you see our footer here, Sharebility Web Services, we do web design, but they wanted a form for application. So what we did, we just put at the beginning of this, we just put a simple form. So when someone comes here, you can apply online. Because sometimes learners have not made choices and they want to apply. So instead of coming, them feeding the doses of all the head teacher's office seeking for vacancies, when just tell them to apply via the online, then they fill in their PLE results and index numbers, and then you can sort from there, and you email those that, or you bulk SMS those that you have admitted, without congesting your school, because they are looking for vacancies, like during COVID. So I want to show you briefly, how do you make your own Google form as a school? So one, be organized. Go to Google Drive first. Google Drive is the home of all Google Docs. So you can go to Google Drive that we have talked about. Then I'm going to create a folder here, and then I'm going to say 2025 admissions. Admissions. Okay. I'm going to create my folder there. Of course, you may not create a folder, but when you create a folder, it makes you organized. So when I'm in this folder, I'm going to right click, and you see there are different Google Docs. You can create a Word, you can create an Excel, you can create a slides, PowerPoint, but you can create a form. And when you do that, it is going to create the form when it is called untitled. So when you go back to the drive here and you refresh, sort of, you realize that it has created a form. Okay, it has not yet created it. Okay, let me first come here. So let me first put a name on it. So I'm going to call it Senior 1 Admissions. Okay, so I have my Senior 1 admissions like that. So let me first close it. The thing automatically saves, so it has created Senior 1 admissions, as you can see. So I can create another one if I want. I can create there's these arrows. You can create a form, or you can create a quiz. So there are options here. A quiz is one which will automatically mark you, and then a form is just like registration or whatever. So this first one, let me first show you briefly this one. So if I want this one for Senior 1 admissions, I come here and I type here and I say, please fill in this form. Please fill in this form to get sick vacancies. Okay, then from here, the first question, which question am I asking? I'm asking the name of the person, and I choose it here. Should it be a drop down? Should it be objective type? Should it be, so I want it to be just an answer. Okay, then I can click on the plus. I create another one. Piero is school. So you can be able to ask all those things, and there are options here. I may want to ask the sex, or so I can say, what is your sex? Then I say F or M. That is F or M. That female or male. Okay. So basically, you go ahead and you read. Because of time, I'm not going to. I'm going to demonstrate other things using another option in here. So you can add even a picture. You can add all these things that you may need to explore There is a tutorial that we are going to share in the Google Classroom, which is detailed, which explores everything in Google Forms. If you want to brand your form up here, you can see right now the form is like this. If you want to brand it, you click on customize, and then you can put a header image. The header image is like the image that you see here on the one of Chambogo University. They put there a computer lab app, and that is what you, then for shareability, I put this one here, brand it. So you can be able to put for people to really see that's an authentic form, you put there your badge, you select an image, or you can upload one, and then you insert, and that image is going to go at the top here, and then you can go ahead and fill in. Now, I want to demonstrate something. Since we are teachers, I want to talk about a quiz quickly, and then I'll be concluding. Now, for this particular form that I've created, let me share the link. I'll just click on publish. Then I click on, okay, let me see. No, let me click here. Form, okay, you first have to publish now. This form here, you have to first publish. So I published, then I can now copy the link. So I click on this, then I copy the link. Then I can come to the chat here, and then I share with you. So once you fill in that form, I'll be able to receive the responses. Now, let me talk briefly about a quiz. So if I want a quiz, I right click and I go and I say quiz. I click on this arrow and I click on quiz. A quiz is like, I want to give learners an activity. These days we have new curriculum students at secondary. If I want them to do a quiz, it could be just a classroom, a formative assessment. Maybe I want them to just do it in groups and then learn a learning quiz. Or if it is primary and I have my paper like this one here, I have a paper here for computer studies, and I want learners to do these objectives, but I don't have time to mark. I can decide to create a quiz which is going to automatically mark these learners the moment they fill in it. So I'm going to call it a computer quiz. Quiz. Then I come here, I just put in a question, and then I go ahead and then I put the what? The answers. On this. Yeah, so members, with technology, we cannot teach you really everything. What technology is best learned by practice. So I just want to call upon you, please. Try to go to that Google form and try to create a quiz. You'll be learning more things there. Here on, we have a limited time. We don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to put only 2 questions. And then I'm going to show you other, okay, let me even show you other forms of quizzes. So this is this. So this is my first question. Now, how do I specify the correct answer? The 4th generation was maybe the answer is B. So if my answer is B, I have to come down here and I select what you call the answer key, and then I specify that the correct answer is this one, and then I click done. So that when learners fill in, they select this one, it will tell them they are correct. Okay, so basically that is it. So if I want maybe another question, I want to add another question which is not an objective. It also allows, I can choose other questions. For example, short answer. And then I say, what is, okay, what is AI? What is AI in full? Or I can say write AI in full. Write AI in full. Okay, then I can come here and I put an answer key, and then I put in correct answers. This is all intelligent. You put here artificial intelligence. So you put there the correct what? Artificial intelligence. But please kindly note that you have to put a variation of these answers, because some learners may type it in small letters. So if you want it to be in small letters also could be correct, put there the small letter version, put there the capital letter version, put there put there all versions of this, so that when a learner types, because now this time you are telling them to just type, so they should be able to put in correctly. Then you put here how many marks? 5 marks, and then you say done. So from there, you'll be through with setting your quiz. You can turn a quiz into, so from there, you can be able to come here and publish, and then publish your form and copy. And with all other Google tools, you can collaborate, you can add other teachers. You can be working on one quiz, but when there are many questions, you can add other, here where there is share, you can add other members so that they can guide, they can join you in making the quiz. So basically, I'm going to share this quiz in the chat as well. So I've shared it there. So if you tap on it, it is going to open and you are able to fill in. I don't know if there's anyone who can try to fill in, please. So if I choose here vacuum tubes, and then I choose here, I choose here very large scale integration, and then here I choose all intelligence. Then I submit. It is going to show me the score. So view my score. It shows me that I've got I've passed this one and I've failed this one down, and that it can be able to give me the marks which I have allocated, if I had allocated it correctly. Yeah, so basically this first question, I think I never allocated the marks. That's why it never gave me marks on that first question which I passed. Yeah, but it should be able to give you marks accordingly. So please, teachers, let us utilize EduTech. And this Google form is one of the this is one of the tools that are available, and all these collaboration tools are available for us. Let me add some points here. Let me put 2 points, or let me put 5 points, so that they are there. Yeah. So one person has done the quiz, and as a teacher, you'll be able to see the performance of the learners. So I want to end here on this, and I would like to hand over back to Mr. Emorut so that you can, you can fire up that last final slide, telling us about what we shall be covering next week, and then we ask any questions from the members that could be there. Mr. Emorut, are you there?
Yes, Rogers. So thank you very much, Mr. Rogers, for sharing that. So trust me, members, we may not be able to share or to exhaustively futures about those platforms, but trust me, we are going to share more resources on the Google Classroom, whereby you can access them and then do further research on your own, and then it, and then you can explore. You know, with IT or with ICT, you can learn some things by yourself. As long as you have the basics, you can navigate always. So that is bringing us to the end of this session. And in our next session, that is going to be happening next week, we shall be looking at leveraging social media for professional development and classroom engagement. And then how do you design visually appealing graphics and presentations with a tool called Canva? We shall be exploring it. And then publishing and sharing content online through blogs, e-portfolios, and websites. and then ensuring data security and privacy in cloud-based tools. Of course, we have talked about working with cloud tools, but you should also ensure that the data there is secure. And then social media, we shall learn the fundamental things that we should follow as teachers as we use social media. And then we shall explore the basics of AI tools for education content creation. And then how do we use AI for automating grading and personalizing student learning experiences? So members, maybe in regards to what we have been sharing during this session, we can give you an opportunity to the facilitators can be in position to respond to your questions. Meanwhile, we can also be monitoring the chat. Those who are unable to type them. Mr. Nyango, I can see on the chat says more understandings on Google Forms and its creation. Yeah, in case you've not understood something about any of the platforms that we have talked about, trust me, we are going to share more resources. Please visit the Google Classroom and then download those resources and utilize them. I know you'll learn something. So members, anybody else with a question about what we have? You can put your hand up and then you are given a chance to ask your question. Okay, earlier on, Madam Claudia asked, Claudia asked a question and she was like, her question was saying, is it possible to download a Google form to have it available offline? These Google forms, for you to work with them, you basically need, but you can download the responses that in case you have given it responses, you can download those responses and then you can utilize them offline, even without internet. But if people are to respond to the questions that you have on your Google form, you basically online. Yes, I can see a hand raised by Madam Nabiri Aisha. Go ahead and unmute and then you ask your question.
Now, sir, this sheet we have downloaded, can I use it offline or it also needs data?
The what? The sheet?
Yes, I downloaded it when they told us to write the names. When I tapped in the link, I had to download it.
The app.
Now, Google Sheet is basically an application which is an alternative to Microsoft Excel.
Mm-hmm.
But to work with it, you work with it when it is online.
Okay.
To collaborate with other members when it is online. And then after working with it online, then you can be able to download it and then utilize the material that you have filled into it, and you can even utilize it offline. But when you are working with it, you have to be online.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome. Google Classroom code. Somebody is asking for a Google Classroom code. Let me just repost it right here. Members, any other question? Yeah, I can see Madam Monica Asimwe. Your hand is up. You can unmute and then you ask your question.
Okay, thank you. My question is about the issue of the Excel form. When I tried to follow instructions about filling our names in the Excel form, I was not able to. But yet somebody communicated and said that we have to have the app on the phone. I'm wondering, which app is that? Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, the app that members communicated here is the Google Sheets app. So in case you don't have it, you basically have to go to your Google Play Store and then you download it and then it will be installed on your phone. Maybe you are working with
Mr. Emorut.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I want to really clarify on that. You see, if you are working with a laptop and then you click on that link, it will just open in the browser and you will be able to edit. But if you are using a mobile device like the smartphone, when you click on that Google Sheets, the sheet which we're collaborating, it will tell you to install an app called Sheets. It is a green app. So when you go on Play Store where you install WhatsApp from and other apps, you type the word Sheets, you will see that app. It can work, it can help you to work on spreadsheets on your phone. But in case they are to collaborate or to be saved on Drive, then you must have data. But even without data, it can help you to open locally, like any other sheets, like WPS app or any other. But for it to be able to data, so the app is called the Sheets, and it is made by Google. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, Mr. Emorut. Okay, so yeah, I think
Rogers, I think the questions are done for now. I think we can wrap up.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Emorut. I want to give a chance to some of our facilitators who have joined in to give our closing remarks and encourage the teachers in the journey of EduTech. I want to invite Madam Najuma Julian. You can say something in a minute. Madam Najuma Julian. Are you
Hello,
there?
team. I'm there, Mr. Rogers. Good evening, members. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for sparing time and thank you for sparing the data. For logging in, it has been a wonderful session and we really encourage you to join in because you really need these skills. Don't do it for the school, don't do it for anyone, but do it for you as a person and then our babies and our learners. These are skills that are needed that we call the 21st century teacher so that we can educate the 21st century learners. So you can always check through, you can always join in. Don't miss out every Monday from 8 p.m. And Mr. Joy and Mr. Subert plus Mr. Rogers, thank you for taking us through. It has been a wonderful session. Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Members, we have moved in 64 schools now, 85 partner schools, training teachers and been inviting them to join in this call. And one of the facilitators who has been moving is Madam Julian. We also have Madam Dora Kandi. You can also say something, Madam Dora. Madam Dora, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Hello, everyone on call. Good evening. I want to take this opportunity to thank the teachers in a special way that have managed to join in and to to hang on there to the very end of this wonderful session. And also a huge thanks to Mr. Emorut, our lead facilitator, for the wonderful information that he has shared, and all the co-hosts. I really appreciate, and I want to encourage you, dear teachers, whatever we are learning, or whenever you hear about an opportunity of learning some skill, please take advantage of that opportunity for your own betterment. Yeah, so that you can develop career-wise and also be better. That is it. I want to thank you and wish you a great week ahead. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you. Mr. Andrew, you'll give us a closing prayer, if I know what, and give us a closing prayer. Mr. Andrew, are you on?
Yes, I am on. Thank you very much, our facilitator, Mr. Emorut, Rogers, and Filbert. I am glad that this has been very engaging, and people were collaborating and were giving in feedback, asking questions. And I think the progress so far is very, very good. This is, I think, the third one that we're having every week on Monday, 8 p.m. And for the coming sessions that are coming up, I'm still very glad that the engagement is just going to be growing. That's all I can say. But some of these facilitators have come to your schools, you have met them, and they have shared with you some of the things that you have learned together with them. And I want also ask teachers that please welcome us in the event that we call you, that we're coming to your schools, or maybe you hear that we are at your schools. Let's come together and share a moment to learn new things, new skills, something like that. That's all I can say. Unless there is anything else, then I can close with a word of prayer. Okay. Let's humble ourselves and let's close this evening debate with a word of prayer. Father, I want to thank you this evening that we have gathered together to share a moment with everyone else who is in different places. Wherever we are, you have blessed us with the moment that we have come together. With all the internet bundles that people have sacrificed to bring together, where they have removed, please add that. Where the knowledge has not been and so sufficient, please add on that, and let everything be to the success and to the glory of your name. We want to put all the week ahead into your hands, that you may bless it, that we may still come back and share a moment like this. In Jesus' mighty name we pray and believe.
Amen.
Amen.